Hi, I'm Michael Stolaire, the founder and CEO of both EHI and Titanium, and this is the very first edition of our weekly video update about my blockchain startup, This Week in Titanium. In the future, we'll also have similar video events for Q&A and AMAs for the entire Titanium team, so that you can meet us all live and in person, including our development team, and be completely up to date on our accomplishments for that week, any problems we encountered, and a brief glimpse at what's going to happen in the near future. And now, with no further ado, here are our key achievements of the week. Titanium and myself were featured in Forbes magazine and Inc. magazine this week, bringing a lot of exposure to the Titanium project with these placements. In Forbes, there was a quote by me regarding how initial coin offerings, or ICO fundraising, surpassed both venture capital and angel investors combined several months ago. We have just witnessed the death of venture capitalism and angel investing, in my opinion. For someone like myself that has gone through the process of VC and angel funding, ICOs are simply a miracle, as it allows projects like Titanium to gather startup funding directly through crowd sale. Now, on to the article in Inc., which was a full-feature story about Titanium and our core product of infrastructure as a service on blockchain. The writer obviously got it about Titanium and how our decentralized resources would allow Titanium to provide a better quality of service to our customers with little to no downtime at a fraction of the cost. The best part was he even mentioned one of our competitors, Microsoft Azure, in the article, and said quite directly that Titanium's solution was both better and cheaper than Azure. We were also featured in CoinPost News in an article titled, "How Titanium Will Change IT Enterprises Forever." I guess that says it all, doesn't it? Indeed, written by another author that totally understands the powerful technology behind Titanium, here's a telling quote. "Titanium is a company that is looking to revolutionize the internet and make it more efficient than ever before, while also creating an internet infrastructure that cannot be controlled or destroyed by anyone and is completely open for everyone." They're hoping to usher in the future with a fully integrated and interconnected global network of devices, which is a huge modernization of the way things currently are. It would prevent any large outage or data breach, with the entire network never being able to be harmed or experience a failure, with only select nodes being impacted. Their team is led by CEO Michael Stolaire, who is well versed in this industry. In fact, he also formed another technology company, EHI, in 1999, which is a consulting agency specializing in enterprise management, which is still thriving under Stolaire. In addition to him, the team features a collective 200+ years of experience in a number of different industries, including technology, marketing, security, development, and more. EHI is also the sister company of Titanium, which is a great sign, as Titanium will inherit the clientele of the trusted and respected EHI. In conclusion, it's about time there's a radical change and improvement in IT enterprises, and Titanium wants to be the company to make that change. They're looking to provide a wide variety of different services that will bring the infrastructure of the internet into the 21st century and make it more secure, more efficient, and more advanced than ever before. Exactly. And we're inexpensive. That's it for media exposure this week. Don't worry, more interviews with me and articles about Titanium are going to be published in Entrepreneur, Fortune, the Los Angeles Times, the New York Times, Huffington Post, TechCrunch, and more. Now, let's talk about some key changes in Team Titanium this week. Bringing on board an entire team that specializes in advertisement and marketing, which led the path to several successful ICOs that raised over $100 million, our core marketing team expanded triple in size, and so did our Telegram channel. Believe me, this is not a coincidence. Our core marketing team is now laser focused on making Titanium's ICO a smashing success, and there is no doubt in my mind that we will achieve just that. This same team brought in other trusted resources that they used in the past, and the result was the acquisition of an excellent bounty manager resource and a completely redesigned Bitcoin Talk announcement thread. The official Titanium announcement thread looks spectacular, and it's filled to the brim with both excellent information and stellar graphics, so my sincere thanks to everyone in the social media team and core marketing team for doing such a wonderful job this week. I never seem to find the time to thank them for what they do week in and week out, working 7 days a week and over 10 hours every day. So I'm finding the time right now to tell them they're appreciated more than they might think possible. Now, let's get up to date on our fundraising efforts. The titanium presale results allowed us to blow through 50% of our soft cap and beyond at close to $700,000 raised thus far in the titanium presale. At this rate, it's a matter of if, not when, we will eclipse our soft cap of $1 million, and titanium is officially launched as a company. We also started a new promotion as of yesterday. Anyone purchasing at least 100 titanium bars will receive an official titanium t-shirt, and anybody purchasing at least 1,000 titanium bars will receive a titanium gearbox, which will include an official titanium t-shirt, baseball cap, stickers, 2018 calendar, coffee mug, drink coasters, jigsaw puzzle, and more. In the events department, there is a local Los Angeles investors group that I've been invited to attend later this month. I was just contacted yesterday, so the details are still being finalized, but as soon as I know more, you will. I've also been invited to go to a high-end blockchain conference event in Dubai. It's rather expensive, and I'm basically on the fence about the value of this trip, so I'm leaving it up to Team Titanium and the titanium community to decide whether or not I should go. So, how about books? I'm meeting with the top tech security expert on Friday, as he wants my input about blockchain, cryptocurrency, and fintech for an upcoming book of his about blockchain security. Television? I'll be talking all things titanium on AMC's Newswatch on January 8th, 2017. This will be a full-featured segment just about titanium, and for those that don't know, AMC is the third largest cable TV channel in the world. This means millions of people will be exposed to titanium for the first time, and if we are one, we will no longer be a secret to anyone in the world. We are making excellent progress with regard to developing our core product line as well. The development team has announced this week that they have had a great success with the Titanium Infrastructure as a Service product regarding Ethereum smart contract interweaving, allowing us to virtualize infrastructure equipment like desktops, servers, routers, switches, and more. We're right on track to deliver a mock-up of our UI soon as well, and on target for our Infrastructure as a Service core product launch in Q1 2018. So, I received an early Christmas present from Santa. The CEO of Amazon has announced that they have effectively shot themselves in the foot. Amazon Web Services will not be providing their current services on blockchain. I believe history will reflect on this decision and see it as one of the worst strategic mistakes ever made by a technology leader. You've got it. One of our main competitors is no longer competing with us. I'd predict that Titanium, as first to market regarding delivering infrastructure as a service on blockchain, will now get so far ahead of our competitors that it would cost less for one of them to acquire Titanium instead of trying to catch up. It looks like Amazon just put themselves in the pole position for doing just that. Finally, here is the question of the week. Although for next week's show, I'll be asking our viewers in the Titanium community for questions that they would want Team Titanium to answer. Why did I start the Titanium project? This is an easy question for me to answer. Through my experience with EHI, I've witnessed the pain and suffering that my clients have experienced with AWS, Azure, Rackspace, and the rest. Up until now, customers would basically have to throw up their hands and say, oh well, it's the best there is. I guess we have to put up with the outages and performance degradation of cloud-based infrastructure as a service. There's nothing better after all. Well, now there is something better. Titanium. Our competitors also charge an arm and a leg for their less than optimal services. We won't. We'll be a fraction of their cost. Always up, always reliable, always performing optimally. However, there's a far more important reason for me founding Titanium, and it has to do with me being an American patriot that bleeds red, white, and blue. Few people outside the technology world know about the Dulles Technology Corridor. The Dulles Technology Corridor is a business cluster containing many defense and technology companies located in Northern Virginia near Washington Dulles International Airport. The area was called the Silicon Valley of the East by Atlantic Magazine. As of 2009, more than 50% of all U.S. internet traffic traveled through Northern Virginia. Only 4 years later, in 2013, as much as 70% of the world's internet traffic traveled through data centers in Loudoun County. In fact, in his book Tubes, author Andrew Blum calls Ashburn, Virginia, a community within the Dulles Technology Corridor, the bullseye of America's internet. The Dulles Technology Corridor serves as headquarters for domain name registrar Network Solutions and network infrastructure company VeriSign. The region contains the Internet Society and used to contain the mainframe that houses the master list of all internet domain names. So let's focus on the key statement here, the bullseye of America's internet. That's right, our competition, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, and the rest, have created a bullseye for terrorists that, if struck successfully, would bring a significant percentage of the American communications infrastructure to the ground. Perhaps some people can live with this, but I simply cannot, and I will not. The solution? Titanium, a globally decentralized internet version 3.0 infrastructure that will not have this weakness and cannot be exploited by the enemies of America, nor the enemies of any country on the planet. This concludes the first edition of This Week in Titanium. We're just getting warmed up, so look for more exciting news in next week's video. With that said, this is Michael Stolaire, wishing you a pleasant morning, day, or evening, wherever you might be in the world, and best wishes for an even better tomorrow.